guys, welcome back to The Better Us. So this week's video is a little bit different. We're gonna be way off script. Just gonna talk from experience and our feelings. So the channel's called Tour to Better Us, but all we've done up to this point is just kind of show these beautiful places and the trips and everything, but we're gonna want to talk about how we got here and let you know and in on our life and secrets.
So it all started in actually January 2017. Yeah.
We're going all the way to the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in for a treat today.
Yeah, so in January 2017, we were just coming back from a long trip in Europe. Well, long. Compared to what we're doing now, it was not a long trip. We went to Europe for 3 weeks. So we just really enjoyed it. We spent time in Rome, and I think that's the moment when we really thought, wow, it would be nice to actually live here for some time.
Yeah, I remember we were sitting on a bench and I just kept looking into the distance at Rome, the architecture, pizza, and I had to come back and live there for a while, like a month, 2 months, 3 months. I knew that was the city I wanted to be in.
Yeah. So we landed in the US, and I had kind of a moment of like, okay, I think it's time.
Yeah, because when she originally moved to the US, we had a deal that once all the paperwork, everything gets done with in 3 years, because she came there so we can be together, I would also go, which I wanted to, and we would travel the world, stay in each place a month, so we can just really enjoy it.
Yeah, so in January 2017, it was time. But we had to wait for a baby to be born first.
Whose baby is this?
So we had to wait for my citizenship, which took actually 9 months.
Okay, I never did the math before, so that's a scary way to look at it.
Yeah, so in September, I became a US citizen, so it was time for us to leave for a while.
And first stop, Barcelona. But we went to Barcelona because Aurelie's had a teaching bug since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she said she used to teach her dolls.
And my cats.
And her cats. So we went to Barcelona because they had which we've had in other videos, but the TEFL certification.
Okay, so we decided we wanted to leave. We didn't know how, so we took some time to actually think about, okay, what do we really want to do? We want to leave, but what will we do? So I just went back to a thought that I kind of kept in the back of my head for quite a while. So I thought that would be cool. So that's the part that I decided. And then I realized I could do that from anywhere. So then we talked about it, and we decided that Barcelona would be a good place.
Barcelona is also where it's gonna sound crazy, our first date happened in a way. When we studied we studied abroad. We met when we studied abroad in Italy, and we met there. We dated and such, and we had a thought to take a trip. I invited her to let's go to Barcelona because they're right next door, so it's not like it was $1 million trip.
I wouldn't say it was the first date. It was just our first trip together.
I said date.
Yeah, so that's the first place we went to together. So yeah, it was pretty important.
And I was also in love already with the city because I visited in 2009.
Oh, I thought you would say you were in love with me. Oh.
Making this awkward. So, in the US, I had already left my full-time job the year before because I was pursuing some personal projects. I'll explain that in a different video. But I was also working part-time. And with the time to leave coming up, it was time to leave that job too. And Aurelie left her job at Pepsi, which she'd been at for 3 years.
3 years. Mm-hmm.
We also sold the cars, ended the lease.
Well, we sold one car.
Right.
We sold my car, and well, we had to make a decision. So it was one car or the other. We just couldn't keep them both because we had a loan on both of them. So we decided to sell my car, and then we paid off his, and we kept it there as a just in case it doesn't work thing.
So at this point, the cars were, I guess, sold and paid off. We had some credit card debt, so we used kind of pretty much all our savings, which weren't much due to us pursuing other projects in the past couple of years, and we obviously took some other trips because we can't stay put or still. So we paid off, and that left us with about $1,500 to our name. Yeah, luckily, well, I'm sure to some people it's gonna sound crazy and irresponsible. At the same time, a 0% credit card came in, which would last for 6 months until we figured out what we do so we can pay it off and work and such. How did we buy the plane tickets, you're probably wondering? Well, we had a lot of air miles built up, which we made a video about how to use the credit cards to get air miles, and lots of them, which is one reason why we've been able to be on the road for so long.
Yeah, and we've been able to fly to the US pretty frequently too.
Yeah, see my family and
the baby
and the nephew, and now here there is no real baby, even if she said 9 months. Okay, this project is the baby.
Yeah.
But we got to Barcelona with essentially no money to our name, a car in the US, and no idea what we do except for her training.
Yeah. So that training lasted 4 weeks, it was very interesting. Honestly, I'm really happy I did that. But when it was done, we weren't sure what to do though. We were just like, okay, we need money now. We kept trying to find things online.
We did find some things, like you transcribe, you listen to audio and you type it out, but that was not for us, and it just wasn't very lucrative. No, and just you couldn't really grow it.
Yeah, there were not many things actually available on the website.
Now the reason about the teaching, you're probably thinking, well, she's getting a certificate. What do you have to worry about? That type of certification is about...
No. So if you decide to work for a school, usually they ask you to stay for at least a semester or at least a few months. And that's not really what we wanted to do. We wanted to really hop a little faster. So we were just thinking, I started looking online. I remember I found a website where they talked about all the companies that you can teach that you could teach from home with, I think, if I remember correctly.
I thought you were told by your classmate.
No, but I also found a website with a long list of jobs. I think it was just jobs in general, not only teaching jobs, but all kinds of jobs that you could do online. And VIP Kid was on the list, but I didn't even really look at it, honestly, until I heard about it from the person in my training.
All right, so you found VIP Kid, $20 an hour, teaching online. Obviously, sounds too good to be true. She went for it. She got it because, look at this, so smart. And that did not start well. That was essentially going with zero money for the next few months.
Yeah, but first, okay, so I applied while we were still in Barcelona. And I actually got it. I think I got hired the day before we left, or 2 days before we left Barcelona. But so by then we had a plan. So okay, let's go back a little bit. So our plan was to spend Christmas and New Year's with my family, and then so that would be basically the whole month of December would be there, and then in January we would leave and go
back to Europe somewhere. But we hate cold. We hate the cold with a passion, and winter was coming in Europe. That was no reference to Game of Thrones, by the way, just saying. And winter was coming, and we still didn't know what we would do for money at this point. So I had a thought that she was not that happy about.
No. I still remember sitting on the couch in Barcelona, and he was like, what if we stayed there for 3 months?
With her parents.
Yeah. How about we don't?
Oh, by the way, she's from an island called Reunion, way down next to Madagascar. So the weather's always warm there, which I was excited about, but obviously I wouldn't want to live with my parents for too long, and I didn't want to put her in that position. It was just an idea.
It was not really that I didn't want to live with them, I just didn't want to
bother them.
Yeah, bother, and I don't know, I just felt like
we're going backwards,
yeah.
Actually, yeah, because we left to chase something, and then like we're going back for help.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, so it was a little weird, but they were very nice about it, so it was awesome, and it really helped us to actually
buy some time
and just build up more ideas
and see if this would actually work. Now by this point, is it January, February? Well, we stayed there until February, which then we would head back to the US, which would buy us another month with my family. But we had about $5,000 to $6,000 on the credit card at this point, and still no income because her bookings just weren't coming through.
Yeah, but even like that, we so after the 3 months, we already knew. That's crazy because actually in December, I remember at the end of December we were booking Portugal.
Oh.
Like around Christmas we were booking Portugal,
right,
but
so
we had no.
We decided to actually keep going forward, even though we still had no idea what we do.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
It's more like a belief we could make it. I mean, the worst, honestly, besides something bad happening to us physically, the worst that could happen is we'd move back to the US and just with some $5,000 that could be paid off because we were frugal, very, very frugal. So worst that can happen is we move back, we get an apartment, and we get regular jobs again, and life is back to, well, for us it's boring but normal.
So anyway, the point was we had already booked Portugal since December, so that really doesn't apply. But the funny thing is that right after we left Reunion at the end of February, that's when my booking started coming.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
In the middle of the night, she went from, was it like 1 to 2, maybe 5 bookings a week?
Yeah.
To, was it about 40 in one night, in one day?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
For the week, no, maybe, like 30 for the week or something like that.
And for like 80 for the month.
Yeah. So
things were kind of giving us a sign. So we took it one step further to push ourselves more into a corner. We went in and sold a car that was in the US and used the money to pay off the debt from Barcelona and Reunion that we had accumulated. So give us another fresh start now that some income was coming in. Now probably some of you are thinking, oh, why didn't you join VIP Kit? Why didn't you do something for money? Well, I was trying to do trading, which I still am. It's just very, very, very hard, and it's gonna take me a while, and I'm still working on it. But we got to Portugal, which, oh my God, you have to go to Lisbon. One of the best places in Europe.
We really want to go back.
So through some nagging and also me feeling bad that I'm not helping around more, I joined VIP Kit at the end of April, at the end of Portugal, like 2 days before we left Portugal. So now we were at, what was it? How much a month?
I want to say 2,500.
Yeah, so it went from 0 money to March 800 in a month for her to April was one of your better months. I think about 1,500 to 1,700. Then in May, I was in on VIP Kit as well and had my about $700-800 month. So we got to about 2,500 from $0. So things were starting to look up. Money, 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 y'all, money, 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 y'all, money, 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 y'all. And now about getting close to a year later,
Yeah.
we're
wow.
regularly about $3,000 a month, and it's just unbelievable, this whole journey, and then how fortunate we've been to find such a job and be able to do such a thing and keep traveling like we've always wanted. But we're still looking to grow, and some of the ways are, well, you have your projects that you're working on.
Right. So I'm trying. So in December, I actually took a test to become a certified translator. I got it, which I'm very happy about, and now I'm trying to apply to things, and I really want to get an income from that, just to change things up a little bit. I love VIP Kid. I love seeing those kids that just want... I'd like to have 2 different kinds of income, just to be ready.
Yeah,
You never know.
You never know when one of these companies can go under,
Yeah.
or the internet goes away. Ah! A little over dramatic, but now the biggest ways we've been able to, especially at the beginning, survive for so long till income was flowing at a regular pace, was just our frugality. We don't care to go party. I mean, we enjoy dancing, we love to dance, we love to hang out with people, but we just don't go to bars, we don't spend hundreds of dollars on drinks. We do love food though.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Problem.
But we cook at home a lot, so that helps, and we still try to get food and
We do our own grocery
as much as we
shopping.
can too.
And we're willing to eat like a college kid at times. We've eaten ramen noodles. We've done what we had to.
But it was never bad though.
Oh, no.
Because we
Maybe.
still find our veggies and fruits and.
And usually in every city we find that little spot on the hole in the wall that's not too expensive with great local food, and we budget. I mean, we budget the heck out of everything. We plan months in advance how much we plan to spend in this city for transportation, food, groceries, entertainment, etc.
Trips,
Yeah,
yeah.
and day trips and weekend trips.
Yeah, but it's been... So we've done that for Europe, but now for South America we really went down to like the details. I remember when we were in the US in December last year, well, in a few months ago.
Oh.
We actually, for some reason, I don't know why, we sat down in the car. Not ours, we don't have a car. We sat down in the car and we were actually writing everything that we could think of, all the expenses. and
Basically
stuff.
the whole 6 months, every stop we'd make, every flight we take, and every Airbnb we planned to book, everything was estimated for and planned for, so we knew what we were getting ourselves into, and which also would tell us how much we'd have to work with VIP Kids, so that way because we like a balance. It's not for everybody, but in terms of work, we like a balance. We want to obviously pay everything, and now we're actually also saving quite a bit of money compared to what was happening before, where nothing was coming in, little was
Nothing
coming
was
in, so
left.
nothing was saved.
Well, when did we start putting the 50... I think it was just, well, it was not much, but we started putting $50 a month directly to savings before we even saw it.
Yeah, I think that was close to around when I started being a VIP Kid. She did the smart thing and just said and automatically like $50 out of every time we got paid to get put into savings.
Yeah, it's not much, but
It adds up.
so.
Yeah, it's just creating an emergency fund. And also, like we said in the beginning, air miles have saved us. We've used the whole video about the air miles credit cards. We don't get irresponsible credit cards. Like I said, the one that was 0%, that just bought us time. But we knew we'd pay it, and we did. We didn't pay any interest or anything. And the rest of the time, all the other air miles credit cards we get, we use it for the Airbnbs. Those cost us close to $800 to $1,000 a month because we need big enough space to teach. We can't just get one room with a shared apartment.
So yes, first we need the space, but we also just like having our own space, our own kitchen, our own bathroom. We just
Yeah, we keep our things clean, so we don't like to worry about people throwing their clothes everywhere, leaving their dishes everywhere. It's a sacrifice, and some people might call us like we're trying to live too luxuriously on this, but it's just what's comfortable to us. We make sacrifices in entertainment, for example, and we make it up there. We're willing to work a few extra hours a day and just live comfortably.
Yes, on our own. That's
On our
a
own
big
terms,
thing. Yeah.
We actually want to be more we want to be more transparent, so we're actually going to start showing our budgeting, how much we spend in each city when we stay long term, our food, transportation and such, and show you how to do it. See that it's possible. You can do it for less if you can. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You might need more comfort, but it's just finding that balance. But we don't just want to show like everybody is just, oh look, I've been here, I've seen this, I can go sandboarding and you can't, ha ha ha. No, it's not been easy all the time. We've been stressed, we've been worried. We didn't know when we'd have to stop at one point. We thought we'd have to quit right away. Now, we're not advising anybody else to start off that extreme with $1,500 to your name and essentially nothing else and go, I'm gonna go travel the world. No, we just couldn't wait anymore, and we've been...
Well, first, I should probably say this. Right before we left, I was actually thinking maybe we should stay. Maybe we should stay, and maybe we should stay there and build up more money before we left. I was starting to really feel nervous about this whole thing.
Was it when I told you that what's the worst that could happen?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and the worst that could happen is like we said, come back, get a 9-to-5 job or whatever, get a part-time job, whatever, pay everything off, move on. Or other option, or just work 6 months straight. Be willing to give up partying, be willing to give up other stuff. Like, just put a priority. What's more important? Traveling, partying, stuff, or things.
Random stuff.
Yeah, so just be willing to sell some of your stuff and just put that money aside. Work like crazy for 6 months and just build up a little nest egg. Or if you just want to travel to come back, then just work 3 months and just put some money and take your vacation, or just try. Just be willing to make some sacrifices. Put your priorities on a paper. To us, this was the life we wanted, and we made it happen.
It might not be a priority for you, so maybe it's not that important, but I feel like when you actually write down everything and try to decide what's the most important for you, that's when you can tell, okay, is that really important, or do I just want to do it because everybody does it and I want to put pictures on Instagram?
Don't be the person that you're traveling just to show people you traveled. Do it because you like it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Your hobby is golfing, your hobby is something else. Do that, prioritize that.
Yeah. If what you like is really buying stuff, okay, well, great. If that makes you happy, I mean, just do what makes you happy. If you like helping people or buying things for people,
Not me. I'm way too cheap.
I have a few friends, but yeah, do what makes you happy, whatever it is.
Oh, you're like going way too off topic.
But anyway, I hope this video helped to kind of see more of what we are, what we're up to.
What we are? What are we? Animals?
No. I hope this video helped you to see more of just the basic us, not the one that's just like, not.
So, can I try? So we really hope this video kind of helped you into our behind the curtains, see who we are and where we've been and why you should even bother watching us. So we don't want you to just see the glam, because it's not. It's hard. Honestly, keep maintaining it can get hard. Like I said, we've been stressed. but we've wanted to make it work, and we have. We've gotten to a place where we're pretty comfortable now in terms of level of income. Like $3,000 a month is good for us. We're obviously looking to grow, and that's why it's toward a better us. Since the beginning, we're looking to become better versions of us.
So whatever it is you want to do, we wish you luck and a lot of work.
Yeah, so for now, just be on the lookout for the budgeting videos that we're going to show. So it doesn't just apply to travel. You need to learn a budget to reach any goal you want. So we're going to be honest and show you. Maybe it's going to look like crazy amounts to some people, but it's our comfort zone, and that's all you have to reach. So for now, thank you for watching. If you guys like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we can't wait to share with you more in the future. So, bye.
Bye.